There are two types of research design: exploratory research design and conclusive research design. The conclusive research design itself we divided into two categories, that is descriptive research and causal or experimental research design. The descriptive research is further divided into two categories, that is cross-sectional design and longitudinal design. The cross-sectional design also classified into two categories, that is single cross-sectional design and multiple cross-sectional design. So exploratory, what is the meaning for exploratory? Exploratory research is defined as collecting information in an unstructured and informal way. Then literature survey. Literature survey means in any research, a review of literature is an essential part. The literature survey is carried out at a preliminary stage of the research. Through the review, one understands the work that has already been done and what more can be explored in one's chosen field. The theories and techniques used in the existing literature can be used in the present analysis, or these can be modified to give better results. This is what literature survey. Next, expert survey. Expert survey or experience survey, we can also call it as an experience survey, means consulting experienced researchers who are experts in the field of study. One should not be shy in taking advice and guidance from such people. They should given some time with the problem before asking them questions about the study, so that they can give their opinion after a good thought on the problem. This is what expert survey or experience survey. Next, example survey. In such case of a new type of study, sometimes neither much literature nor expert advice is advisable or available. In such situation, it is advisable to go through some case studies performed in the past. This refers to insight simulating examples. Single case or a group of cases, as may be relevant to the research study, are selected and studied to collect data for the main study. Descriptive or diagnostic research design. Descriptive research refers to a set of methods and procedures that describe the study variables. Descriptive studies portrays these variables by answering to who, what, why, and how questions. These type of research studies may describe such things as consumer attitude, intention, behavior, or the number of competitors and their strategies. The design in such studies must be rigid and not flexible, and must focus attention on the following few points. First, formulating the objective of the study. Next, designing the methods of data collection. Then select the sample. Then collecting the data. Then processing and analyzing the data. Then reporting the findings. Uses of descriptive studies. They can be done fairly quickly and easily. Allow planners and administrators to allocate resources. Then provide the first important clause about possible determinants of disease. This is useful for the formulation of hypothesis. Next, types of descriptive studies. First, case reports and case series. Second, ecological studies. Then cross-sectional studies. Then analytic studies, observational studies, comparative cross-sectional studies, cohort studies, case control studies. All this we consider the types of descriptive studies. Causal or hypothesis testing or experimental research design. Intervention studies. In intervention studies, the researcher manipulates a situation and measures the effects of this manipulation. Usually, two groups are compared. One group in which the intervention takes place and another group that remains untouched. The two categories of intervention studies are experimental studies and quasi-experimental studies. Causal research designs are used in hypothesis testing research or experimental research studies. This type of research design is conducted by controlling various factors to determine which factors are causing the problem. It isolates causes and effects. By changing one factor, say price, you can monitor its effects on a key consequences such as sales. Although experimental research can give a high level of understanding of the variables under study, the designs often require experiments that are complex and expensive. Some of the popular experimental designs are completely randomized design, second randomized block design, then Latin square design, then factorial design. Correlational design, it explores the relationship between variables using statistical analysis. However, it does not look for cause and effect, and therefore is also mostly observational in terms of data collection. Quasi-experimental design, that means it seeks to establish a cause-effect relationship between two or more variables. The researcher does not assign groups and does not manipulate the independent variable. Control groups are identified and exposed to the variable. Results are compared with the results from other groups not exposed to the variable. That is what quasi-experimental design. Then report writing. Finally, how to write a report. There are two main types of report, informal and analytical. Both of these reports require analytical thinking and writing, as well as a descriptive overview or background of the topic. An analytical report provides information, analyzes information, concludes the information, recommends action based on the information. The an informal report provides information, does not analyze information, does not recommend action. A typical report will include first a title page, second an abstract, then a table of content, then acknowledgement, then an introduction, then the discussion or body of the report, then your conclusion, then any recommendations in appendix, then and your finally the reference list. Title page. What is the title page? It contains the report title, which clearly states the topic of the report. Full details of the person or persons from whom the report is intended. Full details of the person or persons who prepared the report. Date of the presentation of the report. Abstract. The abstract is one of the most important components of the report. It will be read by vastly more people than those who will read the whole report and needs to provide enough information to invite the audience to read on. An abstract aims to provide a brief overview of the whole report, give concise, complete, specific, and self-sufficient information that can be easily understood. Often recommendation for executives and managers to base their decisions on. Then introduction part. Introduction will include provide background information on the topic, state the purpose of the report, indicate the scope including limitations, outline the methods used to gather information, then clarify key terms, inform the reader of what our report will cover. Next, content. The content of our report will depend on its purpose. Then conclusion. Your conclusion will be a summary of the key points you have raised in your discussion. In this, you will need to contextualize your observations, findings, and analysis. Then remind the reader what you have informed them in the body content. Then do not include new information here. Recommendations. Think of this as an action plan for how to resolve or improve this issue. Try to make your recommendations as realistic as possible and identify clear paths of how these recommendations would be achieved by the responsible parties. Next, appendix or appendices. This is a section where we can include further information that is relevant to our topic but did not fit in the body of our report. This can include graphs, tables, and raw data collected as part of your investigation. Thank you. We will see next week. New topic, sampling design. Thank you.